Hi everyone! Today with Miss Angel we're going to be making chalk puff paint using simple ingredients you have around the house. Things we're going to need are all-purpose flour, dishwashing liquid, I have Dawn today, but you can use whatever, chalk, water, then we're going to need something to mix it in. So I have a container that we're going to be able to mix everything in, as well as a bottle and a funnel that we're going to use later. So we're going to open up the flour, and we're going to need 1 cup of flour. So if you have a 1 cup measuring cup ready, and it doesn't have to be exactly precise because we may have to add more later. So I'm just going to level this off, and it can be a little messy because it is flour, so we're going to add that to our mixing bowl. Then next we're going to need 1 cup of water, which I already have it measured out in a measuring cup, so I'm just going to pour that in with the flour. So that's 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of water, and we're just going to start mixing that up. We're going to want to mix that really well to try to get out any lumps that is in the flour. We want it as smooth as possible. So this can take a few moments as we're mixing, and as you can see it is looking still a little more liquidy, but we're just going to continue mixing. We just want to make sure we get all the lumps out, or as many as we possibly can. You may have some on the top, so you can just push those against the side to try to mash those up. And I am using a spoon, but if you have a whisk or anything at home that may work a little better, you can use that as well. I'm going to keep mixing. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1 tablespoon of dishwashing liquid. Now, I didn't have a measuring spoon with me today, so I just kind of put some in, but I did try to get it around 1 tablespoon. We're going to mix that into the flour and water mixture really well, still making sure that we're getting all those lumps out of the flour. And as you put in the dish liquid, you can see that the mixture will start to thicken up just a little, and that's fine because that's what we're wanting it to do. The next thing we're going to add to our mixture is our chalk. Now I've already grated the chalk here. You can use a cheese grater or a butter knife. You may need your grown-ups to do this for you. It takes about 1 piece of chalk or half a piece of chalk, depending on how much color you want. So I've just poured that in. I'm going to mix that in really well. And as you can see, the color of our flour and water mixture is starting to change to our blue-green color from our chalk. And you can use whatever color you want, and you can make several different colors. That way you have plenty of colors when you're out using your chalk on the sidewalk later. We're just going to keep mixing that up. And as you can see, it is still runny. I'm trying to get all of the lumps out of it. So if it is still runny, we want it about the consistency of puff paint that you've probably purchased in the store or you've seen in the store. So in order to get that to thicken up a little, we will need to add some more flour to it. So I'm going to add just a little bit more to the mixture. And like I said, we'll keep adding until it's that consistency of puff paint. So you may have to do this a few times. And if you get it too thick, you could always add just a little more water to it. But we just want to make sure that we do get all of those lumps out of the mixture, because we don't want that when we get ready later on to put it into the bottle. So you just want to keep mixing this up, trying to get all those lumps out. And as you can see, it's still quite runny, so I do want to add some more of our flour to the bowl. And as you can see, I've probably added about another cup in total to the cup of water and the tablespoon of dish liquid that I've already added. And we're just going to continue mixing this up to get it all mixed in. Make sure we have all the lumps out and the mixture's in really well. So just going to kind of scrape around the sides. As you can see, it's getting thicker, which that's the consistency we want. So we're just going to mix that up a little more. I'm going to set the spoon off to the side. And now we'll need our funnel and our bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the mixture in. Now, as you can see, as I'm pouring in the mixture, it is a little thick. So depending on the size of your funnel, it may not want to run through really well. So if you just shake it a little, and that way it'll go through, which is fine. Or if you have a bigger funnel, that would work better. And I've made a pretty large mixture for this. I do have a larger bottle, which I could completely fill up, but I'm just going to add enough just so we can see the way it looks. So I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to add the top to my bottle. And then I'm just going to shake it up a little so it'll come to the top. And of course, this is puff paint chalk, but I'm in the studio today, so I'm going to be using black construction paper just to kind of show you what it looks like since I'm not outside on the sidewalk. I'm going to shake it up just a little more. Then I'm just going to kind of write my name just to see how it turns out. And as you can see, it is puffy, just like the puff paint you would use on a shirt or whatever when you're making those. So now just a few tips for using this at home. This mixture will last about 1 day, so you'll want to make it the day that you're going to use it. And when you're outside playing, once you're finished, you might want to take a garden hose just to wash everything off. It will clean up fairly easy since it is just flour, water, and soap with chalk. We don't want it to dry on, if you have your sidewalk, you don't want it to dry, so you'll want to spray that off. And then also, if it's really a hot day, you may not want to use this because it will kind of seal into your sidewalks, and you may need to take a broom and sweep that up if it's really dried on. And also, another thing you want to keep in mind, if you don't remember to wash out your bottle, take the top off, because at night, if you do leave the top on the bottle, the mixture will release gas and it could make the top come off, and we wouldn't want that in your house to cause any messes. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.